Hi everybody, I'm Matt Gashk, and today as we continue to honor the 40th anniversary of Sounders soccer in Seattle, today we will recognize Mike England. Sounders FC has had two very notable players who played with Tottenham Hotspur in their careers. But before Casey Keller and Clint Dempsey, Mike England made the trip stateside to play for the Sounders in the NASL back in 1975. He came with incredible credentials after a 9-year career with Tottenham that featured an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, and the club's first UEFA Cup title. From the moment he first stepped on the field at Memorial Stadium in 1975, he made an instant impact. That year, Seattle finished second in the Western Division and had the third best defense in the league, and England was named the NASL Best 11. He would repeat that feat 3 more times, joined on the Best 11 by names like Beckenbauer, Best, Shinalia, and Pele. However, Mike England was the only player in the 17-year history of the North American Soccer League to earn that honor in 4 consecutive seasons. Now, for more on England's time with the Sounders, let's hear from former Sounders player and current Sounders FC broadcast analyst, Peter Fewing. Pete, first we'll just have you talk about Mike England. What kind of things made him special in his time with Seattle?
Well, he was a leader at the back. He wore the number 5 jersey. He was big, tall, great in the air, excellent organizer, great communicator. I remember Jimmy McAllister played next to him, and when Jimmy got the ball, Jimmy, with no pressure on him, would roll the ball to Mike. There would be an opponent maybe 20 yards away, and Jimmy would give it to Mike because Mike would start the attack out of the back. The other thing I remember about him, on any kind of restart, he and Dave Gillett would get inside the box. And I remember, I was a season ticket holder as a kid, my parents were, and my dad would always talk about Dave Gillett and Mike England getting forward on restarts, and then they would sprint back. And it was just so uplifting to see how hard they worked. I went to a soccer camp that Mike England was at. I was I was probably 9 years old, and I was throwing the ball and I was using just one hand, and Mike yelled at me to use 2 hands. And I never, obviously that was a long time ago, and I never forgot that he was all about standards. And not surprised he went on to coach the Welsh national team, and I just loved watching him play. He was such a terrific presence on the field, and took care of his goalkeeper. If you came in the box and you knocked over Tony Chersky, you got Mike England right after that. So he was one of our best center backs all time for Seattle.
Pete, thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thanks a lot.
Mike England's 5 years in Seattle were highlighted by an appearance in the 1977 Soccer Bowl, and England went on to manage the Welsh national team for 8 years. Just last year, he was inducted into Tottenham's Hall of Fame. In Seattle, though, it's hard to argue that Mike England isn't the best defender to ever wear a Sounders uniform.